I've always wanted to be as great as I could be. You know, I never knew what it was I never knew what it looked like, but I knew my craft and I knew my passion for wanting to be great. I knew I was in love with the process. And I didn't know what I was gonna get out of the process, but all I've seen as I've grown up and when I've played the game of basketball, that when I fell in love with the process, rewards was at the end of the tunnel. And I've never worried about, it was never the other way around. It was never the rewards are at the end of the tunnel, and then I worry about the process. It was always about the process.
Your reward was the process.
My reward was the process.
I want each and every one of you to have goals. I want you to have personal goals, professional goals, individual goals, organizational goals, and I want them to be lofty, a lofty North Star. But once you've established what your goal is, you can take your eyes off of the goal and you need to put it on what's right in front of you. The best analogy I can think of, if you were ever asked to build a brick wall, don't worry so much about the wall. Focus on the bricks. The power's not in the wall, the power's in the bricks. See, one thing I know for certain, if you can take each brick and you set it exactly where it needs to go, you lay each brick with care and precision, guess what? The wall, it will take care of itself. You don't have to worry about the wall. The power is in the bricks. The power is in the process.
The strongest guys don't make it. We've seen the most athletic guys don't make it. We've seen the guys with the best looking shot don't make it. We've seen the guys with the greatest handles don't make it. What is it that separates? What is it that separates?
Resilience, like intelligence, you know, like these are the characteristics, like discipline.
Yeah,
like,
discipline.
If you have the discipline to work at your craft, to get better every day, to always have a growth mindset.
And that's when we're talking about what you all choose to do and the commitment that each and every one of you makes during the unseen hours. And what are the unseen hours? It's those times when no one else is watching. It's when the lights aren't on, the cameras aren't rolling, the cheerleaders aren't dancing. It's when you make the decision, as Coach mentioned yesterday, to watch extra film. It's when you choose to come in an hour early or stay an hour late to work on a certain move, work on your game, or get up extra shots. It's when you choose to have the discipline to put yourself to bed at a better hour so that you have the requisite sleep so that you feel prepared the next day to give your best effort and make a maximum contribution.
Even though you may be great now, how do you know it's going to be sustainable 5 years from now or 10 years from now? How can you continue to reinvent yourself?
That's what I want for each and every one of you, is to join me on the journey of daily, systematic, incremental progress. Just small turns of the dial.
Your career didn't end 10 years ago because you gave up on the commitment of the process.
Yeah, wheels fell off.
And it's, by the way, control what you can control.
Yeah, that's it, right?
And you can't control that.
Yeah.
But by the way, you sleep better at night. You like, you know, I had more to give. I know I was committed to the craft, but that's something that you can't control. That's something certain people can't control, and that's okay.
I'm a huge believer there's only two things in this world that each and every one of us can control 100% of the time. And that's our effort and our attitude. Each and every one of you has the ability to control your effort and your attitude 100% of the time. And you need to learn how to let go and untether from the things you have no control over.
But how can you sleep better at night when you know that you've cheated the process or you didn't give everything that you had when you had all the opportunities to? You know, that's the thing that I knew for sure that I did not want to be a part of that conversation.
See, they've left the process. They're just worried about the outcome. Does the ball go in or not go in? Does the ball go in the cup or not go in the cup? Does she say yes when I ask her out, or does she say no? When we can learn, and this is something that I've worked really hard on in my own life over the last couple of years, is learning how to detach from outcomes and just love the process and the work. And where we really have an issue is if outcomes and results actually define our self-worth, then we have a problem.
But in order for me to actually fulfill my commitment and my gifts and fulfill what I think I can become, I have to be able to tap into the process and lock in on that.